Hello everybody, welcome back to the YouTube channel, and in today's video we're going to be talking about Trevor Lawrence officially declaring for the 2021 NFL Draft, making him one step closer to being a Jacksonville Jaguar, and we're also going to talk about the Jaguars interviewing a couple people for the head coach job, and who I believe is, out of that group, the best fit for the Jacksonville Jaguars. So to jump right into this, let's talk about Trevor Lawrence first. He officially declared for the 2021 NFL Draft, and usually quarterbacks will actually stay for their senior years to up their draft stock, but due to Trevor being the consensus number one overall pick, he felt the need to just move on. There was no need in risking injury. This is everything everybody expected, but I'm still honestly glad that it's officially over. He's officially declared. There's no going back. He's in the draft now. He's the number one prospect. He's got a 99% chance of being a Jacksonville Jaguar. We're one step closer. This is a big step. Now, essentially, all it is come April, we just need to make the pick. That's it. And then he's a Jacksonville Jaguar for the foreseeable future. We're this close, and honestly, I was a little scared after that Clemson loss that he was going to not declare. But a lot of people believe that he already had his mind made up months ago, regardless of the Clemson season, and I honestly agree with that, judging by how quickly he came out about this after they lost now. I mean, he pretty much just said, you know what, screw this, I'm going to the NFL and I'm going to go make $40 million guaranteed in my first contract. But now on to the coaches, which is going to be a little more interesting. The Jaguars interviewed 49ers defensive coordinator Robert Saleh and then Titans offensive coordinator Arthur Smith. Smith, I think, is just them doing their due diligence. I think Robert Saleh is a bigger fish for the head coaching job, if that makes any sense. But I don't know if I like him as a fit, because I feel like we want an offensive-minded head coach to mold Lawrence into his highest ceiling, if that makes any sense. And the current odds for our head coaches sit at Urban Meyer at 1-2 odds, Robert Saleh at 6-1, Brian Daboll at 7-1. He's the Bills' offense coordinator. Eric Bieniemy, the Chiefs' offensive coordinator, sits at 7-1. Lincoln Riley, we all know who he is, sits at 8-1, and then Jim Caldwell actually sits at 9-1 odds. Those are the top guy odds-wise. I don't really buy into that too much, but that's like the main list of guys for our job. And out of those three, I'd probably say the three most likely are Eric Bieniemy, Robert Saleh, and Urban Meyer, which is kind of accurate with the odds. I don't know if Urban Meyer's the clear favorite as much as the odds suggest, though. I really don't. I know he's definitely one of the favorites for the job, but I don't think he's the clear favorite as much as that entails. I'd actually prefer Eric Bieniemy or Robert Saleh, Eric Bieniemy being my number one choice. I just think you need an offensive-minded coach. I mean, we've seen what he's done with Patrick Mahomes and made him into the best quarterback in the league, and I mean, it's early to say, but I mean, he could end up being one of the best quarterbacks of all time if he doesn't get hurt. Statistically, obviously, I mean, he's already breaking records. I mean, also, I'd be okay with Jim Caldwell or Arthur Smith. Lincoln Riley, I don't know about. I want a head coach with a good sustainment of NFL experience to help Trevor. Getting a college coach would be cool, but I mean, it's two college stars aligning in an NFL experience. I'd rather have somebody with NFL experience that knows what they're doing. That's just how I feel on it. And honestly, I hope we go with Eric Bieniemy overall. I think he'd be a great fit. I know there is a few minor off-field issues that I have never touched on. I mean, you can look it up for yourself. I'm not going to get too into that. That's his stuff, not mine. But again, I think it's worth the risk for him. He's been such a strong part in Kansas City, and I mean, he would go along amazingly with Mike Borgonzi, who I've listed as my favorite GM. Essentially, he'd solidify our roster for the future. We'd be a playoff team as early as next year, if not 2 years from now, and it would be exactly what we need. And without further ado, I'm going to wrap up this video, and thank you for listening. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you're new, make sure to subscribe so you can see more content. And as always, peace out, Duval.